Hi there, my name's Charity.
And my name's Cassidy, and we are the Stevens Studio.
So this month, February, is Black History Month, and we thought we would put together a video about Scott Joplin, an African-American composer. So make sure you subscribe.
And don't forget to like and share too. And now, on to Scott Joplin.
Scott Joplin was an American composer and pianist who was known as the King of Ragtime. He was born in Texas and learned to play the piano very well at a really young age.
Joplin loved music, and he learned how to play the piano really fast. He began composing in the late 1800s and is best known for his ragtime compositions, which include Maple Leaf Rag and The Entertainer. These are the first two ragtime pieces to become a hit.
Joplin loved to use syncopation within his compositions, and this is part of his heritage as an African American. He faced quite a few challenges, including poverty and discrimination, even though his works, his compositions, were seen as being original and were well received. He, even with that fame, died in poverty in 1917.
Let's learn about ragtime, which is a musical genre that originated in African American communities predominantly in the southern United States. This was in the late 1800s. Ragtime consists of syncopated rhythms in which the accent is moved from the strong beats 1, 2, 3, 4 to weak beats 1, 2, 3, 4. This type of music uses piano as its main instrument. It is usually composed in duple meter and often has a steady march-like bass line with a syncopated treble. Here's an example.
Scott Joplin had a huge influence on the music industry, in particular in the popularity of ragtime. In fact, the genre of ragtime became mainstream with rags like the Maple Leaf Rag and the Entertainer. Ragtime got even more popular with the distribution of Joplin's music with sheet music. With the publication of sheet music, people could play ragtime in their homes.
Joplin's work also helped break down racial barriers in the music industry. His music was played by both African American and white musicians. Joplin's compositions were often performed in concert halls and other venues which were not typically open to African American musicians. His success helped to pave the way for other African American composers and musicians.
Joplin's influence can be seen in how his music was used in different forms of media, including films and TV shows and commercials, and I'm sure that there's more than that. This helped to get his music to new audiences and to keep his legacy alive. The Sting, a movie from 1973, uses his rag, The Entertainer, as one of its theme songs. So let's learn to play a little Joplin. For all of you beginners, The Entertainer for beginners is going to use just 4 notes. It's going to be this, which is middle D, then the black note that's right beside the D, and the E, middle E, and then the C, which is the C above middle C. So with these 4 notes, if you just do this, you have the beginning of The Entertainer. Let's look at that again. And one more time, you're going to start on D, D sharp, E, high C. So for levels 1 and 2, playing The Entertainer, it's going to use 2 chords. C major chord, which is C, E, G, and this chord, which sometimes I call the crunch chord, and it uses B, F, and G. The official name is a 5-7. So you're going to go from this chord to this chord, and then in your right hand, you're going to have 4 notes. This D, D sharp, or E flat, depending on what you want to call it, E, and C. So it's this for the right hand. So together it sounds like this. Now that was just the first part. The second part, after, includes this. It's going to use again that C and D and D sharp, E flat, going to E, and oh, we've got a B. Again, this is what it looks like. That second part uses a different chord. So I'm going to play the second part again. So a C major chord, 5/7. All together, it looks like this. Let's do that one more time. For intermediate students, here's just a little tease of the entertainer using a little bit more of something called stride piano. So it's going to go between C and G, like this to start. So it's C, G octave G up to G, and then F, and then C and G. Okay, so C, G, 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 F, G. Okay, now the right hand is going to do a D, D sharp E, just like the beginner and level 1 and 2, but when you put it all together, it sounds like this. So let's listen to that again. Now, the next part is going to go in the left hand. So it's just going C, G, G, B, C, G, G. And the right hand, again, like levels 1 and 2. So it sounds like this together. Again, it sounds like this. So all together it sounds like this. So that's just a little bit of the entertainer for beginners, levels 1 and 2, and intermediate. We can certainly learn more. Scott Joplin was an amazing composer who wrote 40 rags, an opera and a ballet. His music is still played today, and he truly was the king of ragtime.